Stand by your man. G'day, Sticks here. I've been asked to say a few words of welcome, so here we go. How are you travelling? Yep, it's hump day Wednesday, alright. Another bugger of a day at the office. Work colleagues annoying the hell out of you. Well, go on, get out of your old work clobber and slip on something more comfortable. How about we get some home delivery happening? Pray they don't stuff it up. What you going to order? Some sushi, delicately prepared, with a small side order of coleslaw, or someone there got a sweet tooth you're trying to please? So put your feet up, kick back, and let us entertain you. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Done. Time now for the 2019 Grand Final Footy Show Spectacular. Please welcome the Birds of Tokyo. What a performance. Righto. Time to break up another cold one and hand it over to the pros. Please welcome the great Eddie Maguire, Rebecca Madden and Sam Newman.
The Grand Final Footy Show! And what a big year it has been in football. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to centre stage tonight the man who played over 300 games for the Geelong Football Club, a life member of the AFL and one of the greatest performers in television history. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. John Sammy Newman's with us.
Thank you very much, Ed. This seems like only a year ago we were here doing it again. And it's great, and isn't it fantastic? Greater West Sydney and Richmond are in the grand final, Ed. Yeah. Isn't it?
It is. Who's here from GWS? Who's here from Richmond?
And who would have been here from Collingwood had they got in? And of course, we've got, I won't say, no superlatives. I was going to say the beautiful, but we're not allowed to do that, Ed. This is Rebecca Madden. And are you excited to be here, Rebecca? Rebecca?
I'm very excited.
What?
I'm very excited.
Well, tell everyone you're excited.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're not going to believe this, but last night, Rebecca Madden was at the Epworth Hospital and she has severe laryngitis tonight.
Oh, wonderful. Have you? Oh. Wow. Isn't that great? My dreams have come true.
Beck, have you got something to say to us? A co-host with no voice?
No, you seriously got no voice?
Yes.
You think he's joking. And so we were going to do, Rebecca, we were going to do a number in the parody in the player review. Is that still on? It's not on. It is on. Is it? What? So you can't speak at all? Well, what in God's name are you here for?
Rebecca will be joining Sam in the player review. So too some of our all-time favourites, from Brendan Favola to Daisy Thomas to Anthony McDonald-Tippin when he playing footy. The coaches, Street Talkers back. Everything is happening. We've got some fantastic entertainment. James Rain will be joining us a little bit later on. But ladies and gentlemen, we've already seen who's in the audience tonight. We are getting set for what's going to be an amazing grand final. The Tigers are 11 wins and 11 losses from 22 grand finals, hoping to make it 12 premierships in season 2019. GWS through to their first. One of them will be taking home that magic silver cup that is so hard to grab. And tonight, who's it going to be? Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, though, we have two people who are steeped in football tradition. Representing GWS Giants, their inaugural coach, who of course was a champion and a life member and a legend of the Richmond Football Club. But if GWS is successful, he will be presenting the cup. I speak of Kevin Sheedy. And if the Tigers are successful, It'll be Maureen Hafey, the widow of the great Tommy Hafey.
Why are you there?
Maureen, welcome.
Thank you very much.
Great to
Eddie.
have you here.
Yeah,
Maureen,
thank
tell me what it's like for you to represent Richmond all these years later after you did so much in the 60s and the early 70s, right up to 1976, with you and Tommy to rebuild that club. Your family gave everything, and in fact, a young boy by the name of Sheedy came from Paran and was part of it all. What does it mean for you for the Tigers to win this cup?
Oh, it would be fantastic. It would be fantastic, and I'm glad that I made football my life. I'm hoping I might have the wood on him, but you never know.
Now,
Kev, just before Sam asks, what does Maureen Hafey, what does she mean to footy?
Well, I think that when I look back in my life, I crossed over from the great Paran Footy Club, met Maureen and Tom Hafey, and I hadn't met people like them, to be honest. I mean, they were just beautiful people. And Maureen looked after the players when Tommy was grumpy.
And
we didn't win every game, but I tell you now, the best walk in my life was after we lost at the MCG, and we all walked with Maureen back to Tigerland because she had control of Tommy when we lost, and that was the best thing because I know Tommy was going to train the absolute living hell out of us. And this lady saved our lives. Yes? What do you
when
want?
you're finished, you're right.
I'm right.
This is like Winx odds. You can't lose. Who are you actually supporting? Who are you? Are you going to nominate the Greater West
I would
Sydney?
rather you mention Black Caviar because it's closer to my heart. But
All right,
the
well,
deal
you've
in the
got
end
Black
is-
Caviar odds.
The deal in the end is...
Take one of them off.
He's being nice to me.
I don't take
Sam.
Don't worry,
I'm not like
I'll be
you.
nice to you in a minute.
Not you, him.
I do not take clothes
Take
off
the
on live
bloody-
TV. Get out of it. I don't take clothes off like you do on television, all right? But look,
Take one of them off.
all the
Take-
Tiger fans, all the Bomber fans, and obviously the Giants. I've been up in Sydney today. We had 500 people for lunch with David Matthews. It's just a great, absolute great game for this young club to play another great club. And look, I can't lose.
Another great club. Yeah.
Another great. I can't lose. I'm
Great
going to the
Western.
game full of fun.
And Kevin,
Go
I can tell you,
Tigers and go Giants. Okay.
all right
That's
now,
what
mate,
That's not acceptable.
you can't lose because you are wearing your Giants scarf there. It's fantastic. You've got a Bombers one in there as well. And you've got the Tigers one. But let's go back to the early 70s and have a listen to Tommy Hafey on grand final day at half-time, giving it to Kevin Sheedy.
Nothing more tigerish than a bloody tiger, a wounded tiger. Kevin, fair dinkum, mate, you've got to put your boot into the ball. You're too slow to do all this finessing. Bloody back pocket plumber, that's what I want. You see the bloody straight, get your boot to the damn thing. Heading towards goal.
That's very hard.
Now, Maureen,
Yes, Sam.
Rebecca's asked me to ask you this. You were made a life member of the Richmond Football Club in 2015, I think.
That's right.
And did you actually get Tom to barrack for Richmond in the first place? Because you been there all your life, haven't you? Richmond? You're a Richmond supporter?
No,
Don't tell me you haven't followed
No,
Richmond
I
all your
didn't
life.
follow Richmond.
That was a good question, Sam.
I followed
Fantastic.
Essendon.
You followed Essendon.
Yes.
So
And I
Tom
worked.
converted you, did you? Did he?
Well,
But Rebecca asked me to ask that. You should have done your homework.
Tommy
No, she didn't.
Tommy barracked for Collingwood as a young boy. And he
Why
was,
have either of
he
you
was
brought the cup up?
zoned to Richmond. He was zoned to Richmond because in those days, wherever you lived.
Guys, Kevin, we've got 30
Sorry.
seconds before we get to the break. I want you to look down that camera and seriously tell people what it means to win a grand final on the MCG. Put your hands on the cup and tell us what it's all about. Give us your last address, three-quarter time, 2019. Come on, Kevin, give me something. Go.
Yeah, this business.
Look,
Yeah.
first of all, I'd just like to say to all the footy fans that love our game, thank you very much. Look, in a serious game, which is coming up, obviously, you don't take any prisoners. I was taught that by Tom Hafey, growing Richmond. I hope it's one of the greatest war games I've ever seen in football. It'll make everybody sit on their seats. I hope the game goes for, obviously, to about a kick in it. And we're excited because the youngest team in the AFL is playing a team 100 years older, the Mighty Tigers. So it's going to be a great match to go and watch. So
Ladies
good
and
luck,
gentlemen,
everybody.
Kevin Sheedy, Maureen Hafey, plenty coming up on the Grand Footy show right after this.
Still to come on a massive night. The return of Trevor Marmalade. Oh, and don't forget Dougie. Sammy's been out on a special grand final edition of Street Talk.
Ed will be weeping by now, mainly because he's not playing in the grand final.
Billy's Will is back with a giant twist. Both grand final coaches, Damien Hardwick and Leon Cameron, join us live. James Rain rips out some Aussie gold. Speaking of gold, we salute 40 years of a Mike Brady anthem with the man himself. The only bigger name is Anthony McDonald Tipperwoody. He joins our grand final panel. From the vaults, the best of footy legends ever. And the world-famous player review. All that and a whole truckload more coming at you from the greatest venue in town, Rod Laver Arena.
It's a battle you can't lose. It's more than a game. It's a path you must choose.
For the fortune of fame.
More than a game.
It's a battle you can't lose.
It's more than a game. It's a path you must choose. Ignoring the pain. It's more than a game. Oh, it's more than a game. It's more than a game.
For the fortune of fame.
It's more than a game. Woo!
Welcome back to the grand final edition of the Footy Show at Rod Laver Arena. That was 1995, and those with a quick eye might have seen a very young Leon Cameron in amongst the Bulldogs in that skit. Good luck. We'll speak to Leon a little bit later on in the show. Let's welcome our panel from the very first panel of the history of the Footy Show. Welcome back the man who played 350 games and still has a wing named after him at Marvel Stadium. I speak, of course, of the great legendary Dougie Hawkins. Before I introduce the other guys, we're going to roll some tape in of Doug Hawkins, and a very intelligent man. English is his second language.
Remember in the back of the cab, Craig Lambert. It was when he was asked about what he was doing in the back of this taxi.
It's ask. It's not ask. It's ask.
He didn't get the ask.
Drop.
Numua.
That's the name.
Manure, that was it.
Manure. I slipped on manure. I slipped on manure.
Doug Hawkins is the English patient.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dougie Hawkins is with us tonight. Great to have you back, Hawk.
Ed, great to be on, but don't make a mug of me, Ed, please. They were fun times, weren't they? Great times.
Did you say don't us make a mug of you?
Sitting
I think
alongside...
you'll be able to handle that on your own, Doug.
Sitting alongside him, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the man who won the Brownlow medalist in 1999. Can you believe it? 1999, and here we are in 2019. It is the great Shane Crawford. Go on here, Crawford.
Thank you, Ed. Great to be here. Hello, Dougie.
Crawford.
Awesome to be here. Great to see you, Sam. Great to see you, Ed.
Good to see you, mate. Hey, we might just jump ahead. We're going to show something of you, Crawford, as well. Let's roll the tape. 20 years ago, how about this? A young Shane Crawford up in Sydney. Have a look at this young fella here. What was going through your mind at this stage, Crawford?
I was crapping my dax. I was hoping I'd win. I suppose it's a dream for a young footballer coming from the country to win a Brownlow medal. And the umpires got it right on the night. So, yeah, it was very special. It was in Sydney, the first one ever to be in Sydney. And I had a few beers, which I don't normally have too many. And the next morning flew back on Kerry Stokes' plane, who's the boss of Channel 7. And I spewed up everywhere on his private plane. That's my memory. I had a shocking hangover.
He got flown back by Channel 7 so that he could appear on the grand final Footy Show. Let's have a look at some of Crossbit's work in the review. Have a look at this.
Well, that's the Ricky Martin number. So a little bit rare for a footballer just coming off a Brownlow medal to put on the tights and get out there and have a bit of fun. But that was great. I've loved being a part of the review for a long time. And it's just where players can express themselves and have a bit of fun. That's what it's all about. Oh, Sam, what's going on? Hey, now, can I just say, I haven't seen you in quite some time, but you are a very, very negative person. When it comes to social media, you've just turned into a real negative old man. So I've actually done a bit of research and I've tracked back. 1987 was the last time you actually said something positive. Here's Sam being positive.
I don't want to disagree with the people who've been in the game far longer than I, but I believe the game is better now than it's ever been. I mean, you've only got to watch a replay of a football game 20 years ago. I mean, the game has progressed in leaps and bounds. It's the rules and the administering of them and the nature of the game that is probably you've got to bring into line, but the skills of the game are unsurpassed. It is by far the most skillful ball game in the world, and that's second to none, bar none.
Well, how relevant's that? What's changed? Mind you,
Donald Trump wants his hair back.
that was... How good looking was I then?
It's very good. And you had the
Shut up, Shane,
what?
please.
No, you had the stuff out the back
So
as well.
I said that at that was the late 80s.
Yes.
And about
87.
87.
Well, that's vaguely the late 80s, Shane, you stupid gerbil. So, about a minute after I said that, the game started to deteriorate. We didn't have any designated goal kickers. No one played in position. It was just mayhem. And I know the athletes are great, but it's still vaguely mayhem. We won't discuss that now, but it is a great game. But as I say, a minute after I'd said that, the game started to disintegrate. Could I tell you what now, Doug will appreciate. You've ever heard of Churchill?
Sorry?
Churchill, Sir Winston Churchill.
Sir Winston Churchill was
It's a country
Prime
town
Minister
in Victoria.
of England.
He was. And
in 1943.
Shut up, Doug.
All right.
See if you find this amusing yet. I found this amusing. A bit of Churchillian work. If you remember, he said at the end of the war, he said, never has so much been owed to so many by so few. Well, a bit of Churchillian came after the final siren against the Greater West Sydney. And I thought this was humorous, Ed. I'm just hope that you find this. Whoa. Never have so many tears been shed by so many people with so few teeth. Did you think that was humorous? Did you think that was humorous? A good reflection on the Collingwood fans after the siren? No, all right. Well, I thought that was quite clever.
That was very clever, Sam. And as Churchill also said, when you're walking through hell, keep walking.
Did he say that?
He did say that.
And I'm drunk and you're ugly, but I'll be sober in the morning?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think it was Menzies who said, well, a woman said, if I was your wife... No, she said, if I was your wife, I'd put poison in your drink. And he said, if I was your husband, I'd drink it.
Have you got any, Doug, could I ask you, have you got any off the top of your head? Yeah.
No, not really.
Well,
give me time to think about it.
If you ever go to the football...
Just chucked it at me, Sam. Well, give me time to have a think about it.
If you ever go to the football with this man here wears his heart in his sleeve, runs the whole...
No one's noticed that.
Daisy.
Have we spoken to Daisy yet?
No.
I'm about to go to sleepy, Sam.
No,
Here he is, look at him.
We'll be walking off.
Hang on. This is Ed in jubilant days when the Pies were up and running, and have a look at the change in demeanour when they've had a flogging. Have a look at this. No, that's him there.
Which is which? Which one's the winning one?
Have a look. On the left of the screen is a man who's proud as a dog with a tin dick, and on the right is...
Hey, that's awesome footage, but do you know what that is? That's 1 week apart. That's what football does to you. That was Collingwood. It was a couple of weeks ago, and then obviously on the weekend. So
Have you moved on, Ed? Have you actually moved on since the loss?
Don't talk about Collingwood. Do not talk about Collingwood.
You're not looking at me, Ed. Have you moved on or not?
Doug, seriously, you know what it's like? It is the hardest in preliminary finals. I think they're actually worse than grand finals if you lose them because it is just that bang, full stop. There's nothing. So good luck to GWS and to...
Oh, yeah.
You don't mean that.
Richmond.
Now, if you... I've sat alongside this man at the football, and win, lose or draw, about half an hour into the game, his head swells up like a dirigible, like a balloon, like a big airship, and it goes a magenta colour, and the veins on his neck look like You're looking down from a helicopter on the Yarra River. The veins are out here like this. How you have survived 20 years. How long have you been the president?
21.
Oh, well, 21. How you've survived that is beyond me. You're a medical marvel.
So, ladies and gentlemen, please give me some relief tonight as I welcome one of the heroes of the 2010 Collingwood Premiership side, Dale Thomas.
Thank you, Eddie. Well, it's great to be here. If someone could please explain all those references of yesteryear. Oh, there he goes.
You were very good in that grand final.
Well, if you look up here, you talk about Eddie being brought to tears. I think this was the moment. Look at the big fella of... The only time since then was when I called him and told him I was going to Carlton that he... And I don't think he was swearing as much then.
Hey, Daisy, at the moment, your career is over.
Oh.
Seriously.
What about Gold Coast?
Thanks, mate.
I'm going to ask the question. Do
right.
you want to go? You're looking magnificent. You finished the season off beautifully at Carlton, and we're glad to see you're out of there now. But, but seriously, do you want to go on? Have you got one or two? Could you be that halfback flanker that people... No, that's not rhyming slang. Can you be the halfback flanker and keep going?
Well, I could probably be both, to be completely honest, Ed. But no, in all seriousness, I think the way that I finished off the year, the footy that I've played throughout the season, the way my body feels as it hasn't in years past, the door is certainly left open. But in saying that, if it is to have come to a halt, you know, I'm pretty happy with what I've been able to achieve, but the door is still slightly ajar.
I reckon Doug and I could be half-back flankers for the
I reckon you made a career out of it, Sam.
What's that?
No, you're right, mate, as you were.
Hey, Daisy, quickly, what's it like winning a grand final? What does it mean to you, for your life? Because it doesn't matter whatever happens, you are introduced as Corfis as premiership players.
Yeah, well, I guess like most people in the crowd, I grew up as a young kid just dreaming of that as something to do, and to have played out my footballing journey and got that opportunity only 5 years in, I think it was the greatest day of my life. To do it in somewhat extraordinary fashion of a draw, then come back the week later and then to pull the Saints' pants down and be able to actually enjoy the day for what it is, soak it up, look around, give a couple of these ones to the crowd and really lap it up and try and make it as much about me as possible. So that's what footy's about. No, it's one of the great days of my life and something I'll cherish forever.
You've been a wonderful contributor to the Footy Show. The Player Review, you were very much a part of that with the Collingwood boys a while back, and tonight you're having a crack.
Yep.
What's this one? Take us through it. What is it?
I'm not completely sure, but...
Is this Sister Act? Oh, no, it's Edward.
Never forget who pays the bill, Shane.
But look at this. Look at these for dance moves, hey? I'll tell you what, you're carving up the dance floor. It'd be good to learn the routine.
I didn't have much hope with Liquor out the front there. He went on to win Dancing with the Stars and become one of the icons of the review. So I'm back again tonight, though, so tune in. Don't go to bed yet.
If I hadn't have seen it with my own eyes, it's a Greater West Sydney Richmond Grand Final footy show, and you've got the Collingwood players dancing on the show. You got him in somehow.
No, I'm sorry, that was me. That was me. I'll take that hit.
Doug, well, he runs it. What are you telling me you didn't sneak it by him?
I now run the show.
Doug.
Yes, Sam.
Have we ever played in a grand final?
What was that?
What did you say?
Ask him again.
His hearing's not very good.
Your hearing's not good.
That's better. That is better.
Hey, boys, we're going to go out to an old favourite now. Guys, I'm going to interrupt while you two talk to each other over there, like Heckle and Jekyll sitting up here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Let's head out live now to the district of Docklands. Before we do that, let's go to one of our favourite segments on this show, Billy's Wheel.
Where's the wheel? Where's the wheel? Very good.
Billy's back, and so is the wheel. We're out at the district at Docklands, the district Docklands. Billy, and $20,000 up for grabs. Take it away, Billy. What do you got, mate?
Spot on, Eddie. It's all happening here in North Shore. Just got on one of the carriages there. It is all happening here, I tell you what. And I've got me little mate, Seb Costello, to help me. Seb, tell the people what's going on.
Well, Billy, I'm glad you asked where the wheel was, like we rehearsed, because if we go to the Footy Show chopper right now, take a look at this. We've got the biggest wheel in commercial television history. They put your head on the Melbourne Star.
That's a big head, Seb. It's hard to say. How big is the wheel?
The wheel is 120 metres tall, Bill. There are 21 cabins, but tonight we're going to use 18 of them because 18 grassroots footy clubs who need the money are going to get into one cabin each and compete for $20,000.
Spot on, Sebby. And they got one lap, which goes about 18 minutes. One lap, and they fill out a Footy Show quiz, and it's questions from the last 25 years.
Absolutely. And at the end of the night, here we go. This is Auburn Vale. I reckon they're going to miss their flight.
I think that's Deer Park.
Auburn Vale. But after they do the quiz, Billy, we're going to put all the answers into the Billy's Wheel supercomputer and come out with the #1 footy club of the night.
And guess what? That club wins $20,000 thanks to the Urban Alley Brewery, the District Docklands. And we've gone through a few clubs here, and you boys out there and everyone would know these clubs. We've got, who have we got?
Well, Billy, what's Chelsea Heights famous for?
Over 28s. That was fantastic down there.
No, they're famous for the Demons, the footy club.
Thomastown Bears are here.
Yes, we've got the Pines Pythons, Billy.
Cheltenham, guess what they're called? The Rosellas. How intimidating is that? Come on, the Rosellas.
Hey, there's some Coldstream Cougars here, Billy.
There are, and North Shore Footy Club and Drysdale Footy Club. It's all happening there. Look at them. Oh, there's only a few more to go. They're going to get on these carriages in a minute. They're very, very excited. Bring it back to us now. Righto, but it's all happening here out at the district.
Yes. At the end of the night, we're going to find one club $20,000. We'll check back in later in the show. Back to you, Eddie.
Good on you, Billy. Thank you, Seb Costello. The Urban Alley Brewery putting up $20,000 down at the District Docklands. We're going to take a break. When we come back on the Footy Show, Damien Hardwick, the coach of the Tigers, and Trevor Marmalade returns to the Footy Show.
No, I had the GPS, the satellite tracking.
He said the most annoying thing was when it kept on saying, the goals are to the left. So here's a new innovation. It's the Velcro membership card from Richmond. So you can cut your card in half, and then you can still get to the game the following week. You two have obviously been through a wonderful experience together. Did you get it on video?
No, I didn't get it on video.
No, or how about the birth? I was actually sent a letter by a Collingwood supporter this week. Okay. It was the letter A, or A. Very well done. Keep up the good work. I'm with you, James. Well, while you're here, you should go to a game of footy and get your face painted for $5. There was a bit of a misunderstanding for Barnesy when the runner came out with the instruction from Sheedy, take out Johnson. Ray from Reservoir says, we wish to say how disgusted and displeased we are with the DVD of the Best of the Footy Show. While watching the DVD with our 5-year-old daughter, the segment showing Crawford decking Sam Newman came on. And when asked what was it by our 5-year-old daughter, had to tell her it was Sam's belly button. Well, the thing is that now she wants to know, is it an innie or an outie? No, it's good stuff. I actually bought one of Chopper's paintings.
No, yeah, what it cost?
200 every Tuesday. He tells me when it stops. I've actually got my own copy of the Collingwood Encyclopedia. There it is. The Collingwood Encyclopedia. It is a good book. I was actually given this by the cops because I had my house burgled. They wanted me to look through to see if I recognised anyone.
Jess Sinclair came out and said that the boys like to call Dean Laidley their coach Bible because he's so hard to read.
It's quite a coincidence. Sam used to be called the Bible.
Is that right?
Yeah, they'd always find him in cheap motels. Of course, our own Billy Brownless is going to be in The Biggest Gainer. And I think Channel 10 are doing one. It's called Australia's Brainiest Cloak Brother.
2 million for 3 years, or aren't you making a comment?
I'm not going to make a comment, mate. Well, Sam, in any case, it's not about the money. Besides, you'd only piss it up against a wall. How much does he love Nathan Buckley? Look, I want to ask you a question, mate. If you came home and found Nathan Buckley in bed with your wife, which side would you get him?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Footy Show, Trevor Marmalade!
No, you can all sit down now. You can sit down. That's right. Hey, great to be here. Fantastic. It's what a place to be. You know, with Melbourne during grand final week. How good is it? Would you want to be anywhere else? Really? Hey, is it not that my team made it, by the way? Not happy about that. Any North Melbourne supporters in tonight? Whoa, like 20 of us. All right. It's just like a home game. Isn't that good? No, it's fantastic. Mind you, who'd have thunk it, really? Richmond versus the Giants. Can you believe it? And haven't the Giants come a long way? I remember going to a game in Sydney to watch the Giants a few years ago when they first started. Wowee, talk about sparse. See more people get out of a Tirana. At the end of the game, the players invaded the crowd. But no, actually, before I forget, I need to do a quick shout out to my nana. I'm missing my nana's birthday tonight. She's 96 years old. She's actually lost the will to die. Or be polite. It has to be said. But it's fantastic to just see all the people backstage, catch up with all the gang, you know, Billy, Croft, Fev, Doug Hawkins. Actually, Doug and I drove in together tonight. I gave him 5 stars. And I was actually, I reminded of Sam recently. I was out, just having a night out, and this lovely couple came up to me, probably in their late 20s or something like that. And they came and said, "Oh, Trev, just wanted to shake your hand, say, you know, love you on the show and all the rest of that." And we're chatting away. And as I'm looking at them, I can't help but notice that they look incredibly similar. So I say, hang on a sec, are you guys related? And the guy got all downcast. He said, no. He said, we go to the same plastic surgeon. I said, that's how we met, she says. I go, how good's that? They should stick in a bar at the plastic surgery if that's the place to meet, shouldn't they? I go, what's the order? Yeah, 2 tequila shots and just 1 chin, thank you. But it was great fun always doing the show, and I probably can reveal that I had a bit of an incident back in the day when I was on the show. It's always amusing, the things that can happen when people recognise your face. I was invited to a friend's place for Christmas drinks, and turned into a bit of a night, and leaving about 3 o'clock in the morning. And as I'm leaving, my friend says, you okay to drive? How are you getting home? I said, mate, had a couple early, taking it easy, pretty quiet, not a problem. I said, besides, I'm only 5 minutes away from home. What could possibly happen? So as you can gather, right, I'm driving down my street. I'm 50 metres from my house. And all of a sudden, a police car, out of nowhere, flashing lights, pull over driver. Now, I won't lie to you. I'm thinking, yeah, there's a chance the guys might recognise me. Just wave me on through. So I bounced out of the car. Evening, fellas, how's it going? Nothing. Line and length. Anything to drink tonight, driver? I said, oh, well, couple. Just 1 long continuous breath, thanks. So 5 minutes before, I'm thinking I'm fine. Suddenly, I'm just hoping. So I blow in the thing, and the guy looks at it, and he goes, looks at his mate, says, oh, what do you think? He goes, oh, gee, that's no good. I'm thinking, this can't be happening. I'm 50 metres from my house. They're going, oh, gee, mate, where do you live? I said, there. That's my house right there. I'd be home right now. I'd be in bed, but you stopped me. They went, oh, what do you think? Oh, okay, mate, you can go. I'm thinking, phew, dodged the bullet. So the next day, get up, go to the shops, buy the bread, the papers, I'm walking home. There's a cop standing outside my front gate. Walk up and say, g'day, mate. He said, g'day, Trev, how you going? I said, hang on a sec. Ain't you one of the guys who pulled me over last night? He said, yeah, as a matter of fact. I said, what can I do for you? He says, mate, we're having our work Christmas party tomorrow night. And we just wondered if you knew anyone who might be able to come down and do a comedy spot. I'm going, mate, yeah, righto, that's fine. Tomorrow night I can do it. He said, look, you know, obviously we haven't got much of a budget. We couldn't pay you that much. I said, mate, come on, I know the rules. You didn't charge me, I won't charge you. So, that's good. But, to finish off, so I go down, do the gig, got the room in front of me, my audience, 200 cops. And they're a good crowd. They're broad-minded. And the show goes nicely. Afterwards, they say, Trev, hang around, have a couple of drinks with us. I went, yeah, of course. So the cop hands me a drink. I go, blimey, what's that, a double? He said, yeah. I said, mate, what are you trying to do to me? I've got to drive home. He said, mate, look around the room. He said, we're all here. Who's going to pull you over? Actually, good point. I said, mate, the next one a triple, keep them coming. So we settle in, we have a few. At the end of the night, I shake a few hands and say my goodbyes, and the two cops have pulled me over. They said, oh, mate, we'll just walk you down to your car, mate. Just make sure you're okay. But, oh, yeah, okay. So we're getting down there, and they're laying it on thick. They're saying, Trev, fantastic of you. We really appreciate it. You know, great of you to come down tonight, give up your time. And I'm going, boys. I said, you know, I think it's pretty much win-win, right? I said, you got a free show. I got to keep my licence. The guy said, well, actually, he said, you only blew .03. And the other guy, he says, where had you been all night? He said, we're outside your house for friggin' hours. Thought you'd never come home. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you later on. Thank you very much.
Trevor Marmalade, back in town. And Trevor will join us up here a little bit later on. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's turn our attention to the grand final of 2019 and look at how the Tigers got to the big one.
But Prestia goes long. Lynch got position again. Off hands. Richmond a good three in a row. Revo, Martin, Dusty. And then roaring. Prestia, 40 metres out. Dion Prestia. He's done it. 5 goals in a preliminary final. And they get to a second grand final in 3 seasons.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the coach of the Richmond Tigers, Damien Hardwick.
Hey, Doug, how are you, mate? Hey, Sam.
Very nice to see you.
Yeah, mate, welcome to the show, mate. Ladies and gentlemen, the coach is in the house.
Well, now, Damien. Righto, well done. Now go easy on me, mate. I haven't done this for a year. I've been living in a caravan for 12 months. I'm just asking you this. I'm tipping at the start of the year you thought this is probably not going to happen because your main man went down with a leg injury, Alex Rance, and you thought, there goes the season. Did you think that?
Well, I must admit it probably did it at some stage. He's a pretty special player, Alex, and it probably took us a little bit of time to recover. It was a pretty traumatic experience for our whole club, having such a player of Alex's calibre go down. But look, our back six recovered reasonably well, obviously, and we started to get some momentum up and going. But yeah, it'd be nice to have him on the weekend.
Now, you've won the last 7 games in a row, so you've got momentum on your side. But you've only played 2 games in the last month. Is there a counterbalance there, or has the momentum been taken away from you?
No, I think we've got a really good record after buys and long-term layoffs, so our fitness staff do an incredible job of getting a really good understanding of how our players operate best, and we're very confident we're in a really good place. Our preparation's been first class, and we look forward to taking on a really good opposition club in GWS this week.
And just one more before these lads...
Been pretty easy on me tonight, mate.
Well, have you had any home help with team selections? Are you still with the home help, are you?
Yeah, yep. We still have
that's good.
around the table, so he wants the players in. So, yeah, it's been a tough selection week. Obviously, we lost Jack Graham during the week, which is disappointing. He was incredible for us in the prelim final, playing with that bunged up shoulder, but it was just too big a risk to take this weekend.
Now, the great problem that all sides have, and particularly in the finals, this is just my observation from afar, just a naive observation, is that the clubs religiously don't kick it to the designated goal kickers because anyone has a shot at goal, and that's probably why easy shots are missed. Do we have a plan to try and pinpoint the people who are the most accurate kickers in the side, or is it just Rafferty's rules?
Look, it's a little bit Rafferty's rules, Sam. I'd love to say, listen, we've got some really good, capable forwards up there in Tom and Jack, and our young little boys go pretty well as well. So we're pretty happy with all those guys to take a shot.
How have I gone?
You've gone pretty well.
All right. Okay, we'll go from Sam to Doug Hawkins.
Doug, can you hear us?
Dimmer, you played the game hard and tough. I played actually against you. What's your opinion of a player on the ground if he's injured? Are you able to test him? Lockie Whitfield, are you able to test him?
Oh, look, I think...
or will you tell someone to test him?
No, I won't, Doug. I won't.
It's not in the spirit,
look,
Doug.
I think our players... The game's going to be tough enough as it is, I think. And, Lockie's a terrific young player, and we certainly like to see the best players play the game. Look, our guys won't go out of their way to touch his appendix. I'm pretty sure half our blokes won't know where it is, to be perfectly honest.
So, Doug, I've got to ask you to do this because you actually demonstrated on me earlier tonight. Daisy, you're up the front here, mate.
Just quick one.
So just, if you're one of the Richmond players, come out the front here. You're a Richmond player, and this is Lockie Whitfield.
If I'm playing the game the way I'd play it, and it's a grand... and ladies and gentlemen, it's a grand final. There's no tomorrow.
Well done.
I would shake hands, right hands with Lockie and say, good luck, son. And if you're 6 inch, you go bang. Well, you would. Why wouldn't you do that? It's a grand final, Ed.
Not in the spirit of the game, Doug. You've got to... Things have
Stuff
changed.
the spirit of the game, Sam. That's a grand final.
Well said, Doug. Beautifully said.
Unfortunately, that'll be the interview for about 10 years, Doug, these days.
Watching on the weekend, Jimmy, you would have been happy. The rain came down both sides, absolutely kicked the living Christ out of each other. You would have been, as an opposition coach, that sort of rolled through your final.
It was a really tough game, that game. I think GWS have played 3 really tough finals, and they've been outstanding. They come from outside the top 4. They're playing a great brand of footy. I think Leon's got them playing their best footy at the right time of the year. So it's going to be a really good contest, I think, and look, they're going to be hard to beat.
Now, Damien, I don't think I've ever called you Damien before,
no.
but Dimmer,
Thanks,
congratulations, well done, awesome effort.
Yeah.
Shane Mumford, he can't jump at the moment, so he's going to try and bash and crash. He's going to try and injure a few players.
Yeah.
You used to be a bit of a thug, as Dougie did say. I remember watching you.
Thug.
No, we used to run
Played
around.
hard.
No,
Played
he was very, very tough. So, do you have a little plan if that starts to get a bit wayward and a bit loose and a couple of players start to drop?
Yeah, I think we've got a guy called Toby Nankervis that goes all right in that part of the game as well. So, I love the way Mummy plays. I love the way that the GWS boys play, but our guys are really tough as well. And yeah, it's great to throw the first punch, but the reality is you find out if you're a real man if you can take a punch. So our boys have absorbed a few over the last couple of weeks. West Coast gave us their best shot, Geelong and Brisbane, and our guys absorbed it. So we're well on our way to playing good brand of footy.
You have given a few sides a start. So is that something you've looked at this week? Because grand final, you don't want to give too much confidence to the opposition side.
No, I don't. But it's probably how we generally play. We start off a little bit slow and then we build. It's probably the Richmond brand, so to speak, that we do like to make it hard and tough at the start, and then we sort of try to pull away towards the second part of the game. So, look, our brand, we feel, stacks up. We're really confident in that. If we play the Richmond way, we'll be okay.
Touching on a couple of the matchups, De Boer potentially goes to Dusty. Is there a chance he might go forward and be part of Lynch rewalting himself up there? You talk about goal kickers, Sam.
Yeah,
that's a pretty handy
little
look.
bit. We probably didn't have that opportunity last time. We had a few injuries in that game, so Dustin had to play a little bit more midfield, which probably suits De Boer a little bit. And whether he goes to Dustin or Dion, those two have had terrific seasons for us. And Look, it's going to be a challenge. He's a terrific player, but our boys are really good players as well. So looking forward to that.
Now, Damien Dimmer.
Dimmer, thanks, Sam.
Thank you, Dimmer. A bit statesman-like tonight, you are. Just line and length, it's beautiful stuff.
Thanks.
Yeah. Now, the Giants pit bull, Toby Green. He'll be sooled onto Mr. Martin, surely. He will be there doing something, because it'll be do or die. Have you made contingent plans in case the boy gets out of hand?
No, I love Toby, and I thought he was stiff. I can't get fined anymore for saying
that. No, you can't. No, we'll pay it.
I do love the way he plays the game. I love that sort of, ferocity in the game. Look, he probably oversteps the mark every now and then, but so did probably most of the people on this panel. Look, it's going to be a tough game. There's no doubt about it. Doug?
You did more than all of us.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Yes.
But look, it is part and parcel of the game. We understand that, we accept that, but we feel our boys will play the best brand of footy possible. We're happy with the trench warfare, but we're also happy to be out in space as well.
Do you instruct your boys at the start, say, you've got to play within the spirit of the game? I see that's an edict from the AFL to the umpires.
Well, we've got to sign a form now before we go on the field.
You've got to play within the spirit of the game.
Right.
That is ridiculous.
I'm kidding, really. I'm kidding.
Well, I told you I've been out of it.
He really finished him on the show.
I told you I've been out of it for a while.
Hey, Dimmer, mate, thank you so much. I mean, you've got training tomorrow as your main training run.
No, pleasure,
we'll let you get through the training. There's no point in asking who's going to be in or out. Let you make the decision tomorrow night, mate. We wish you all the best. Can I just say on behalf of everyone in football, 2 years ago you won the premiership, last year into the, obviously, the preliminary final, but you and your club have been so open and accountable to all your fans. It's no wonder that you've become such a great club, and wish you all the very best in the grand final of 2019. Good luck, mate.
Thank you, Ed. Appreciate it. Thanks, mate.
Well, you got me beautifully. You got me beautifully.
Damien Hardwick, two-time premiership player, one-time premiership coach. He takes the Tigers to the grand final. More after this on The Footy Show.
I was prepared to believe that.
After the break, Leon Cameron joins us to discuss all the build-up to Saturday's grand final. The scared weird little guys give us their take on a cracking year in footy. Fev celebrates an unwelcome 10-year anniversary. Bill. Mike Brady celebrates 40 years of Kazadi. Billy's back from the wheel. Street talk is moments away.
What are you? What is this?
On the Pixar Lab.
You're a miner. What are you?
The Pixar Lab.
And did I mention the player of you? Mate, do not go anywhere. I'm serious.
Welcome back to the Grand Final Footy Show. Leon Cameron, our special guest shortly. Don't forget the Grand Final player review is going to be an absolute beauty. And James Rain coming up shortly. Before we do that, thanks to popular demand, let's look back on some of the best of Sam's Mailbag. Sam's Mailbag.
Now, I'll hurry through, Ed, but I just wanted to say we've decided to go, we're doing our civic duty. The Education Department asked us, could we ask people to write in letters so that people can get used to writing again, and spelling and punctuation. What I asked Doug, can you hear me?
I can hear you, Sam.
I asked Doug what the difference between a colon and a semicolon was. He said a colon is a big flexible tube that leads into your ass. And I said, no, Doug, that's exact. So we've got a bit of room to manoeuvre here. So this is the first letter, Doug.
All right, Sam.
This is from, and this is how they're written. Right. This is from, it says the O, but he's left a space between the the and the O. I presume it's Theo. But this is from the O of Braybrook, Doug. Braybrook, I'm saying. Dear John, if you bring back your moronic, spelled I-C-K, moronic mailbag segment, please don't do lookalikes. They are demeaning. Judging people on their appearance is socially unacceptable. Well, we would not, we're woke, Ed. We wouldn't be doing that in this day and age. So here's a Trevor lookalike.
Eddie, I've got a couple of good mates in Braybrook. Look out, Sam, you're in trouble, brother.
Are you from Braybrook?
I'm from Braybrook. I'm proud to be from Braybrook, Sam. You know that.
Actually, when do your mates get back to Braybrook?
Well, Eddie,
6
you know
to
about
12 months, is it? Or?
Eddie, what's not yours can become yours real quick living in Braybrook, let me tell you.
And here's an Eddie lookalike.
Oh, no.
Oh,
And Bear Grylls was stung by a bee that apparently resembled me. Now, this is from... Is that how I look?
Can we have another look at it?
That's pretty good.
Too much Botox?
A little bit too much.
You can blind...
Yes, love it.
When I first had it done, you could blindfold my eyes with fairy dental floss.
Exactly.
Yes. Now, fairy floss. That's good. This is from Presley of Northcote. Sam.
Elvis.
Well done, Doug. I knew that. Remember the alleged... Right now, this is interesting, Ed. Well, maybe. Remember the alleged rabbit terrine food poisoning scare at the MCG Anzac Day lunch? This is them.
Oh, what's happening here? What's that? What was that? Ed? What was that, Ed?
It's going beautifully, Sammy. Keep it rolling, brother.
I know you'll... I know.
Now, I've given you said before the show, I want a free run at Sam's mailbag. I said, all right, whatever you
I
want
know
to do.
you'll think I'm joking.
Yeah.
What was that?
Oh, things happen. They think the review started. It hasn't. The review hasn't started.
Where's that on the letter?
That's what we're doing here, Ed.
You tell me where's that.
We still on air, Sam, or not?
Seriously, two random people just ran on.
They come out again, I could give you a second opinion. Anyhow, this is...
Back to the terrain at the MCG.
Remember the alleged rabbit terrine food poisoning scare at the MCG? They're dropping like flies. You saw the... I secretly, this is what Presley Elvis says from Northcote, I secretly took home a plate of this suspect rabbit and relish and now want to put it on eBay. Is there any chance, Ed, you could sign the plate? He sent this in. This is it. That's the rabbit there, look at it. If you saw that in the street, you'd step over it. What is that? What's that look like, Ed?
Yeah, I know what it looks like, yeah.
Yeah, I'll tell you, yeah. Hey? I might show that to the dancers.
Oh, no.
Now, this is the terrine.
Yes, it is.
This is the terrine, and I'm going to sample a bit of it to see...
Oh, no.
No. You'll be sick.
Well, just
No, don't, Sam, don't.
Shut up. Doug, you come and sample it.
No, I don't want to do it.
I'll go on, eat it all then.
I'm going to eat a bit
Don't,
of it.
Sam, don't.
Oh, no. No, have a bigger bite than that. No. You idiot.
I've gone psychedelic, Ed. I'm going flash. I've just realised, Ed, two of them came out early.
Exactly.
Fantastic. No wonder it had us buggered. Two of them came out early. Anyhow, well done.
Ladies and gentlemen, 26 years of television. One to finish on, mate.
Now, this is it.
Here we go.
This is from Bodie or Bodhi or...
Bodie.
Here we go, mate. Bodie. Of Melbourne. Dear Sam, in the musical parodies you used to do, did you ever send up the high and mighty or just the little people? Oh, my word. We send up the highest and the mightiest.
Next cab off the rank. Pretty hard to top that effort, but anyway. Oh, someone I'm really looking forward to. Tim Brayshaw!
Some footies of milkshake, some footies of bone, somebody kicking and tripping, well, in slow motion, with a replay, well, it's worth showing, showing, yeah. Ambulance required.
Now, just quickly, Ed, I wanted, for the people I worked with on the 25 years we did this, I wanted James Brayshaw to be here and Gary Lyon, but due to logistical reasons, I don't think Lewis Martin would let Jim come on, and Gary, I think probably Fox wouldn't let him come on, but I'd love to have had them on here because the stretcher stuff with Gary Lyon amused me for the best part of 15 years.
Yes.
Just because it ticked him off so much, and they were great people to have on the show, and I'm sorry they're not here because I...
Here. Well done to James and Gary and all the team who've been on the Footy Show. And Beck will be back a little bit later on.
Oh, yes, Becca.
With the grand final review. Now, ladies and gentlemen...
Becca would be here normally, but she can't speak.
Yes, we know. She got laryngitis. We said that.
No, but she's not here because she would have been here, but it's no good having you if she can't speak.
No, because she got laryngitis.
Yeah, right.
She's got the terrain.
She got laryngitis, Doug.
Correct.
Have some more.
Guys, as we go to the break, down at the district of Docklands, roll the videotape. 18 local footy clubs are currently taking flight on Billy's biggest ever wheel, completing their Footy Show quiz while taking in the glorious sights of Melbourne at the same time. Which club will be $20,000 richer thanks to Urban Alley Brewery? We'll find out soon, and Billy Brownless will be in the house right after this on the Footy Show. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. The trumpet fanfare introduces the coach of the Greater Western Sydney Giants, live from Sydney tonight. Leon Cameron's with us. Good on you, Leon. Mate,
G'day, Ed. How are you?
good on you, mate. I tell you what, there's a big, big sound from the west of the town. We had the trumpet. The Cat Empire's rendition of your song is fantastic, and a lot of neutrals are starting to sing it, mate. How do you feel about finally getting through to a grand final and in such amazing circumstances against my boys last weekend?
Yeah, it's obviously quite unique, Eddie. You know, we just got over the line against Brisbane, and then to hold on last week in that epic final against the Pies, when you're sort of, 5.5 goals up, it was, one of those nail biters in the last 20 minutes, but great character from the lads to hold on, and we worked hard particularly over the last 3 or 4 years to try to get there, and really looking forward to Saturday against the Tigers.
Well, Leon, you've had, this will be the 4th hard game you've had, as opposed to Richmond, who have had 2 games in a month. They're pretty bruising affairs. The anti-hero, we've got to ask you about Toby Green. Surely he's your main weapon somewhere. Somewhere on the day, he's going to be the weapon that you're after.
Yeah, Sam. I mean, we have had some tough games, 3 in a row, which is, I think it's going to hold us in good stead. And, obviously Richmond's had 1 less, but I think it's sort of, when we ball bounces on Saturday, I think it doesn't mean anything. The 2 sides are going to go toe-to-toe. In terms of Toby, we understand that, there's a lot said about him. We love him at our footy club. He plays a hard, tough brand. Good thing about it is he had the week off, and he's really fresh and ready to go. So, and he's no doubt going to give us an enormous boost when he comes in on Saturday.
And in fairness, Damien Hardwick was full of praise for him, said he liked the way he went about his work. And the other hard man is Shane Mumford. Form hasn't been great, but he's big and he's strong and he's brutal, and he might just be a weapon in disguise as well.
I mean, you, Sammy, would know firsthand it's a hard position to play, the ruck, and when you've been playing it for about 15 years like Mummy in the way he's played, there's no doubt he's going to slow up a little bit. But last week I thought he really thought his way through the contest. We understand how good Grundy is, and he's a star of the game, but I thought Shane used every bit of experience that he's had in his 15 years of footy at the Cats, Swans, and now with us to sort of work his way through. And the pleasing thing to win the clearances by 15 or 16 wasn't just the midfielders. I thought Mummy was really smart, and he'll need to continue to do that against 2 really good ruckmen in the Tigers.
Leon, Dale Thomas here. Firstly, congratulations. And secondly, my good mate Heath Shaw says he'll retire if you win. Do you hope you win just so you don't have to sack him?
Yeah, exactly right, Daisy. Yeah, it's a good point. It would be handy, then I don't have to put up with him for another year. Look, he's been terrific. You know him really well, Daisy. He's obviously a close friend of yours, and he just continues to amaze us. He's still got his speed, his strength. He plays a pivotal role in one of the hardest positions to play, and that's that deep defender when every mistake you made is scrutinised. So he's in great form. We'll discuss it at the end of the year, but I think he's got a really good game left in him this week.
Leon, as a player, you're a superstar at the Western Bulldogs and then the Richmond Football Club. You've done a wonderful job, and sometimes this year, under amazing duress, you've not only held your character, mate, but you've coached your team beautifully. Jeremy Cameron's going to be a gun for you, and there's so many other players who are just going to step up for you, I'm sure, mate. We wish you all the best. Enjoy the week. It's a time for you to enjoy, mate, because you've been one of the greats of AFL football, and we wish you nothing but success. Good on you, mate. All the best, mate.
Thanks, Ed. Thanks, guys. Thanks for your time.
Leon Cameron, the coach of GWS. Now, ladies and gentlemen, to take us through our year-end review, please welcome the scared little weird guys.
Thank you, Eddie. Well, this year, one of our absolute favourites clicked over a very big milestone. Razor Ray. He's gone and umpired 300 games. But he's not one for seeking personal fame. Bullshit. Me, Razor Ray. I'm looking forward to the entertainment this year, John. One of our favourites is there, an Aussie icon. I'm high in the stands, looking over the ground, watching Paul Kelly. It's grand final day, and I've got a seat in the MCC. I'm a member, no Mexican waves. I'm a wanker. we should do something about West Coast.
Oh, we definitely should. And you know what really troubles me about Willie Rioli substituting Gatorade for his urine sample is that somewhere out there, there is a Gatorade bottle full of Willie Rioli's urine.
You can really taste the Willie. God, now I'm stoned. What's in this?
One of our ever-present worries is ticket scalpers.
If you see a painted sign outside of the G that says 1,500 for a ticket, don't buy that ticket. It's probably a scalper or possibly Hutchie trying to make some quick cash. Good old Collingwood forever, and by forever we mean up until last weekend. Don't worry, mate. It's okay. Look on the bright side.
What's the bright side?
Well, at least this year we won't lose the grand final. Good old Collingwood. Let's do the GWS theme song. 2, 3, 4. I don't know it. You don't know it? I don't know it. But yeah, okay. Toby Green was kung fu fighting. Eye-gouging, scratching, biting. The first time they didn't suspend him. So he tried it again against Brisbane. What a tool, what a tool, what a tool, oh, what a tool. Tool, 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 tool. Oh, we're from Tigerland, and we'll be playing for every football fan. Regardless of the team you usually support, jump on board with us. We'll fight and dunk and scratch and gouge and beat GWS. Yes, we're from Tigerland. We'll break the drought and win our first flag for 2 years. If we win, what we'll do is get a new neck tattoo in the colours, the yellow and black, 'cause we're from Tigerland. Welcome back, and as we see pictures coming through now from Billy's biggest ever wheel down at the District Docklands. Magnificent place, the shops, the entertainment, the theatre, everything down there. And time is now up for the 18 local footy clubs. They've handed in their footy show quiz papers not long until we find out which team wins $20,000 cash thanks to Urban Alley Brewery. Yeah, Urban Alley Brewery down at the District Docklands as our second panel joins us tonight. Thank you again to Urban Alley Brewery for $20,000 for local footy down at the District Docklands. Billy Brownless is back from the wheel. We're going to come back to Bill in a few moments' time. But ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back, what a fantastic stand-up earlier from our great mate Trevor Marmalade.
Hey, great. Thank you. Thank you. Nice to see you both. Great to be here. It's pretty unusual to be on the panel, mate. How are you? Are you okay?
No,
Have you recovered?
I'm just going, I must admit.
I haven't. I'm still celebrating. But we should reassure Collingwood supporters, though, you are going to go better next year. Eddie's sending their game plan to Germany for treatment. Which will be fantastic. And, mate, great to see you, old China. Although, mate, now I'm up close. Fair dinkum, mate, seriously. What's happened to your eyes, really? I mean, who did your plastic surgery? Toby Green.
Gravity, they're not bad, are they?
Ladies and gentlemen, performing later in our grand final review, but one of our special guests tonight is one of the most exciting footballers in the competition, if not ever. He is from the Essendon Football Club. He is Mr. Anthony McDonald Tipperwoody. Well, welcome to the Footy Show, buddy. We're going to roll some tape here of you and your stepmum at the Brownlow. It was heartwarming on the red carpet. Take us through and tell us all about this situation, what it meant to you to take your stepmum to the Brownlow on Monday night.
Yeah, taking my mum to the Brownlow was, I guess, from the day one, we, worked hard together, and, mum was there to help me with my footy career and help me as a person. So it was, I guess, a great journey to, go together and really enjoyed the night together. So, it was good to take it.
But we see how you play your footy. Tell us about your journey from the Tiwi Islands ending up at Essendon.
Yeah, so, I guess grew up in the Tiwi Islands. That's where I met my mum and decided to come down for an education, and that's where I guess came into school where mum worked, Cairo Christian School. So then from then on we sort of went along and finished my education. Then footy went along and had a go and got drafted. So
and you got drafted and you kill him. You're flying. Mad Monday. You had a couple of frothies. Who did you go dressed as? Waller?
Where's Waller? So.
Where's Waller? Have a look at him. There he is. You're right in it now. Anyone find you?
No,
they couldn't find you.
Nah.
Hey, Waller, tell us about when the crowd just goes nuts at Essendon, and now we've got Picket Palace have got a song out, McDonald Tipperwoody playing footy, which you're going to play a little bit later on when we get to the review. Tell us what it's like to just be so embraced and so loved by everyone in footy.
Yeah, I guess for me, I really enjoy playing the game, and I grew up playing AFL, and I guess it's great to see fans from all team, and that's why I love everyone come to watch me play. So I like to put on a show, I guess, for everyone to watch. So I guess it's an honour to play.
He is a legend. He's sensational. It's wonderful.
So it's I love playing the game, and I love, I guess, putting on a show for the fans. So it's been.
Well,
really
I've got to say, mate, even when you're ripping Collingwood apart or any other team, no one could not be moved by the way you play and get excited. What do you reckon, everybody? McDonald, Tipperwoody playing footy.
Have you been going to the finals?
Sorry?
You've been going to the finals, just dreaming of what it might be one day?
Yeah, it would be great to win a final. So
you've been going along?
Nah, I'll be at home watching. So
he did play in one, Sam.
I know, he did, yeah.
Okay, just
but I was talking
you.
about this day coming up.
Who were you barracking for last week between Collingwood and the Giants?
I have to say I work for the Giants. So
sorry.
Good on you. Thanks very much, mate. How old are you, Waller?
26.
26. So what, you attend the last time the Bombers won a final, were you? I've got to have one go back, please. I've been copying it all week. It's my turn. Ladies and gentlemen, here's one we can all enjoy. It's the 10th anniversary of Brendan Favola at the Brownlow Medal.
How are you feeling about Brendan's night? I'm running away from Brendan at the moment. I haven't seen him for about the last half an hour, but from what I'm hearing, it's not good.
Pressure point, pressure point, pressure point, pressure point, pressure point.
He's just had a little bit too much to drink.
Oh, I got a stiffy. Be political.
I don't think you'd be talking political.
No. Oh.
I don't think you'd...
Here he goes. So I'm not smart enough to talk to you, or?
You've had a few.
Steven Seagal. Steven Seagal. Hey, Steven Seagal. Hey, Steven! Steven Seagal!
Now, Brendan. Brendan. Now, I think we should say, Brendan, that we only do that, and we know that probably embarrasses you. I've been embarrassed for 25 years. But in great credit to you, since that night, you've actually turned your life around. You've become a superstar in every department of life.
Samuel.
So it was a cathartic experience for you, and you are killing it, mate, in every department.
Oh,
so
mate,
well done.
It was a big night.
Absolutely, mate. I haven't seen you since you won that show. I'm in Brisbane. Get me out of here. I gotta say, I was surprised you went to the jungle, but in the end, I heard that you were happy just to go anywhere your bookmaker couldn't find you.
You know you've ruined it for everyone too that goes to Crown now.
Yeah, that's okay. I'm now half an ambassador for Crown, so it worked well for me.
Mate.
But since that night, I got sacked from the footy show after that, and then I got sacked again earlier in the year, so I'm going all right.
Hey, Fev, in all honesty, though, the only reason we played that tonight was because you gave us permission to, because we wanted to say to you, we are so proud because you've had mental health issues back in the time that ended your career. You had gambling issues, you had the drinking issue, you had everything going wrong with your life, and it spiralled out of control. Now, you and Alex back together as a family. You've got another baby.
Lucky girl.
Lucky girl for her, yes. Very lucky she is. I'd just say, don't push your luck. We're trying to help you. But, mate, you're top rating on Fox FM and The Breakfast Show. You've rebuilt yourself, mate. Can you believe where you've ended up? Can you take us from that lowest point to where you are today and just tell us what it feels like and maybe give hope to people out there who have absolutely hit rock bottom?
Thanks, Ed. Yeah, kind words. I think the lowest point would have been when I was in Brisbane and in a mental clinic in New Farm, and went in there for a week and ended up being in there for just close to 70 days. So the hardest thing for me, I suppose, when I played footy, I thought I was this big footballer and I was too afraid to speak my mind. I think most females watching would understand their male companions. They like to hold things inside and don't express their feelings, and that's what was wrong with me. I bottled everything up inside, and once I told someone what was going on and got myself sorted, and I'm pretty lucky I've got an amazing ex-wife, fiance, who is in the house tonight, and you know she's been by my side through it all, and a pretty strong woman that's helped me through it. If I didn't have her, I'd be in all sorts of trouble. So pretty lucky. I've got three beautiful daughters now, a new one, a fourth one. So yeah, it's been amazing. So it's been a big ride. And the radio's been great. I think you know, being able to drive everyone to work in the morning and trying to be happy, because I know people get up very early and drive to work and thinking, God, I've got to go to work today, and you just try to make it fun, and you also do your breakfast show. So I'm pretty fortunate and blessed to be where I am, and I wouldn't be there without Alex.
Well,
so
Brendan, is Alex here? Is she?
Yeah, she's down there somewhere.
Where's Alex? Alex, stand up. Right, there she is.
No, she'll be done. Don't stand up. She'll be embarrassed.
We'll get a shot of Alex in a second. But
and we got something in common.
She'll be embarrassed now.
Is she down there? We got a shot. Alex, welcome to the Footy Show. Hey, Alex, a question without notice, and I am going to put you on the spot here, but when you saw that go to air 10 years ago, could you believe that your life would swing back, that everything would come back to such a beautiful time that you find yourself in now?
No, definitely not, no. No, I'm really proud of him, and yeah, really happy to see him back on track.
Good on you, Alex. And tell you what, we're very proud of you. As your mate over here says, without you, he probably wouldn't be here. Alex Favola, ladies and gentlemen. And Brendan Favola, great stuff.
Well, that's enough.
That's enough. That's enough.
Jeez, don't overdo it.
Jeez, you should have seen what we had to cut out of that one.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
You know, I got something in common. I'm afraid to express myself and hold everything back. So I know exactly how you feel, mate.
Oh, yeah, I can see that.
Not coming out of your
Trending
shell.
#1 in Australia today, Sam.
Yeah. Now, Billy, Friday night, you and your Sunday Footy Show guys, talk about going back in time, going back 26 years to where it all started on a Friday night with the Sunday Footy Show, boys. Have a look at this, everybody. Patrick Dangerfield will take on Kane Corns live on the Friday Footy Show. Jaden Stevenson.
Yep.
He might give us a multi, what do you reckon? But anyway.
Ed, you can't say that, Ed. I wouldn't bet on that. We got the grand final, Lou Richards handball, the grand final there, so that'll be fantastic.
And everything's big, isn't it?
7:30 Friday night.
What are you doing? Everything's big. They've spared no expense. It's a huge show.
Big show.
This better be funny.
Oh, no. Who's hosting it?
Tony Jones is tasting it. So that's how big it is. It's gone from big to big. This is Tony Jones's new dentures. And he was just big enough for him to fit in his mouth too. No, he's
It's going to be an absolute ripper. Make sure you join the gang 7:30 for the last word on the AFL Grand Final.
It's like the
we'll
fan
take a
out
break.
the
The
back.
boys will be back with the review shortly on the Footy Show. Footy Legends coming up next.
Up next, it's time to unveil the greatest ever almost footy legend. We find out which local club wins 20k in Billy's enormous wheel. James Rain rocks the house. It's sing-along time with Mike Brady, the world-famous player review, and look out, stand well back, it's street talk.
You don't want to get married?
But why?
We could be unmarried together then.
I don't want to pay you.
Welcome back to the Grand Final Footy Show. Time now, Trevi boy, for Almost Footy Legends. Don't forget, in less than 30 minutes, the Players' Review will be right here, Trev.
Right here, and ladies and gentlemen, but now we've got the Almost Footy Legends, and we're going to show our top 5 now. What did we do? Did our producers sit down and make a carefully considered decision about the top 5?
Yep.
No. What they did, they decided to roll the dice and go for the public vote. And we know how sometimes that ends up. So, from the people who brought you Brexit, Donald Trump and Bodie McBoatface, time for the top 5 Almost
Footy
Legends.
Here we go, top 5. Here's number 5, North Adelaide versus West Adelaide. This one at last year, it's a triple treat. We'll watch it again. A triple treat. Terrible kick out. Then he gets the ball, runs in over goal, hits the post and hits the umpire. Yes!
Bit of skill here, I'm glad to see a bit of skill in at number 4. We're looking for a massive ride here.
That is a good mark.
And as we always say with these, nobody got hurt except for this guy who is still in a coma.
That is fantastic. Number 3 is the best mark I have ever seen. Have a look at this. He gets it like a claw into the goal square, and look at that! He's got it like a claw. That is the best mark you will ever see, Trevor Marmalade.
You would not see a better mark than that. At number 2, one of our fan favourites, of course, we see the streaker.
Oh, nice tan.
And out of nowhere comes the runner, and say goodnight.
Oh, he got tackled.
See, I have to ask the question, what actually happens next? Is this guy like... Does he have a place where he stores them? I don't know.
He had a beautiful tan, I like that.
But that's the great thing about the footy field, Bill. Yeah. I mean, how many places can you walk around carrying a naked, unconscious bloke and no one bats an eyelid?
Oh, that's right. No one cares. They want him. All right, Mitch. Number 1. This is our favourite Legends entry of all time. Have a look at the dad in the background. He's got the kids at the clinic. You wouldn't believe it. Have a look at this, a replay. Good on you, Dad, doing some of your best work. Now that boy he's 9 years old, he's okay, all right? So everyone's happy with that, Trev.
I mean, he's also still in a coma, but he's growing nicely.
His name is Max, and he's okay. But I hope you enjoyed that, the top 5 Almost Footy Legends. Back to you, Eddie.
Thank you, Billy. Ladies and gentlemen, we are in for an absolute treat right now. It is 40 years, can you believe it? 40 years since that seminal album came out and the song The Boys Light Up. And James Rain tonight is here to give us a fantastic rendition of a number of the songs from the sorry, mate, not
That's all right,
the Aussie Cruel. Now, mate, let's go back 40 years when you guys were down there at Peninsula Grammar. Can you believe where it's all gone to? Aussie Cruel has just been such an amazing band, and yourself with your acting and your solo career has just been sensational.
Well, thanks, Ed. I don't know about the acting, but that's fine.
No, the acting was great,
Thanks
mate.
very much.
Yeah.
Well, if you told me 40 years ago that I might be doing this, I would not have believed you.
Mate,
for a second.
You've got a new album coming out. You've got a tour coming to celebrate 40 years. You can go to jamesrain.com.au to get your tickets. When can we see you out and about?
Well, we're playing all the time. We start this big tour on January the 4th with Hunters and Collectors.
Good stuff, mate. Now, finally, who's going to win the grand final?
Richmond.
Right.
Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, with a medley of some of the greatest hits of our time, one of Australia's greatest ever performers, Mr. James Raine on the Footy Show. That's it.
Here's an experiment. Can you wander down a random street in Melbourne and find anyone that loves the Giants? So here's the random street. Swan Street, Richmond. What do you feel when you see this jumper?
They make me sick.
What do you think about this jumper? No good?
Mom!
You say, go on, say, I reckon something good about them. Go on. What do you think about the Greater West Sydney, madam?
They're fantastic. What can I say? I hope they lose by 35 points.
No, you just the last bit.
I'm from Blacktown. I'm from Western Sydney.
Well done.
I think it's you.
You think that's me? Yeah. So there's an optometrist down there. Why don't you pop in and see if you can get some bifocals on the health scheme, sir? Sorry? Yeah, that was just an attempt at humour. It was stupid. No, sorry. Glasses. You need glasses. If you think that looks like me, you need glasses, sir. Cut up rough, then I thought he was going to belt me.
GWS is superior.
Thank you. This is a man from London who's been following the Giants for a month. He's going to sing the theme song.
Oh, there's a big, big sound from the west of the town. It's the sound of the mighty Giants.
Good old Collingwood forever. We know how to play the game. Yeah, you've been on before, haven't you?
Oh.
Yeah.
You hear the ground a shaking, the other team are quaking in their boots before the Giants.
Where's this going to end up today, do you reckon?
Dane Swan was playing for West Meadows against Tom.
Yes, that's right. I remember going out there.
Yeah, you're doing beer bongs on the field and shit.
What was I doing?
Beer bongs.
I think the Tigers will come up, I think.
Do you? What do you base that on, sir?
Well,
So I've got a headbutt you. I haven't had a drink for 10 years.
You sure?
Am I sure? Of course I'm sure. Well, I certainly wouldn't be doing beer bombs or whatever they're called out at Westie.
Oh, you're cooking my brain, but I swear.
No, I know they win.
Do you?
It's a gut feeling.
Okay, well, all right. Well, that's your chest. On the off chance you are Joffa's brother, I don't know if you have...
I
All
should
right.
know.
Well, now he is the poster boy for Collingwood. You better give him some words of encouragement or commiseration or say something to him, Joffa. Here's your brother.
get your finger out and see the family.
Not probably quite what we had in mind. Get your finger out and see the family. What about the... You think, shit, they've done well, or do you think you don't think they've done well? So I'd like it. What about the fact that he's probably doing it tough, seeing as they didn't win? While he's removing his digit, maybe just some words of sympathy for him.
Burn the bloody jacket.
Okay, well, I don't think we're getting far here with words of encouragement for this man's brother. Greater West Sydney get up and beat the Tigers. Could you commentate that? You know, and the ball goes down towards the forward line. There's 10 seconds left. The Giants have got a shot at goal. Don't tell me it's going to go through.
And they've missed. And Richmond win the grand final 2019.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, Anthony, why have you got gloves on?
What?
Why do you wear gloves?
I don't want to touch the public. Now, Anthony, you mightn't be...
Anthony, that's... Oh, there you go.
No, not your Bill.
I'm Anthony.
Well, I'm speaking to the bloke next to you.
That's
Anthony, you mightn't be familiar with this, but we, on Footy Legends, we have been inundated with calls. Why wasn't the most popular Footy Legends, I was going to say person, but thing we ever had on it? I insist that we put it on. This thing is blowing up for the second time today, this phone. This is Monty.
Monty!
Who made love to a foot...
He loves his footy, Sam.
He loves his footy.
He loves his footy.
He's been a role model for me in my latter years. I've been studying Every one of his moves, and it stood me in good stead for the better part of 4 years.
That won
Yeah.
1 year.
What?
That won 1 year.
That's what I said, Bill. It won 1 year, and we've left it out.
Yeah.
Were we embargoed, or were we not? Was it
Sam.
politically what?
Him.
If he hadn't said it would be on, it wouldn't be on, mate. Don't worry about
Hey,
that.
Billy, back to the wheel, mate.
Yes.
It was fantastic out there. Tell me about all the great clubs that are out there ready to go at the district at Docklands. And thanks to our great friends at Urban Alley Brewery, $20,000 up for grabs.
Yes, 18 clubs there, and they had about 30 minutes on the wheel to answer the trivia questions. They're going to win $20,000. There was Drysdale, there was North Shore, there was the Pines Pythons. They were all out there, and someone's won 20 grand, Ed.
So let's go out to Seb Costello on the spot to find
Thanks,
out what's
Eddie.
happening.
Welcome back to the District Docklands, the Melbourne Star, thanks to Urban Alley Brewing. And Eddie, since we last spoke, we've been running the biggest competition wheel in Australian television history. 18 grassroots footy clubs have been in one cabin each completing a footy show quiz. Well, we've calculated the quizzes, we've got the winner, and any second now, the cabin is going to arrive that contains the footy club that has won $20,000 thanks to the District Docklands and Urban Alley Brewery, the best micro brewery and also pub right here in the District Docklands. I think the cabin's just about here. Who's it going to be? The doors are going to open. This is the club that's done it. Open the doors, boys. $20,000! It's the Thomastown Footy Club! Robbie, you're the spokesperson. Tell us about the Bears. What sort of footy club is this?
It's an unbelievable club, mate. We're battlers in the northern suburbs, but we've got a few brains, obviously, and we're wrapped. This is going to go.
What does $20,000 thanks to Urban Alley Brewery do for the Bears?
It's get our women's team up and going, get some equipment, get some uniforms, and get the girls there, and really make the club thrive. So it's fantastic, and thank you.
This is what it's all about. A real grassroots footy club. The Thomastown Bears. You did it, boys. You did it. Back to you, Eddie.
Great stuff. Thanks very much, Seb. And by the way, have a look at the boys going here. This is sensational. They're going nuts. Now, we've got some boys from Thomastown who are here. Where are the Thomastown guys? Where are they? Stand up, guys. Up the back. That's fantastic. That's the first time, Bill, that anyone from Thomastown Footy Club has had $20,000 without wearing a balaclava. Congratulations, everyone. Let's go to Nathan Brown now from Sportsbet to see how we can win some money from the grand final. Brownie, welcome to the Footy Show, buddy.
Thanks very much, Ed. Can't wait for grand final day. Let's take a look at the odds first of all. Richmond are the very short price favourites, but that doesn't mean the money hasn't come for the Giants. The Giants in 3 finals so far have been $3 or above when they started the game, and they've won every final so far. Very, very similar to the Dogs back in 2016. But the Tigers, very short, going to be very hard to beat. Always good to kick the first goal on grand final day. And I'll tell you what, you can't go past Tom Lynch. He almost did it last week. He kicks the first goal more than any other player at the Tigers. So he is the favourite. But what about for the Giants? Jeremy Finlayson, he gets up and about early. He's got that little bit of aggro about him, Jeremy Finlayson. I like the way he rolls. So Jeremy Finlayson, and then the Norm Smith medal. Everybody likes to have a putt on the Norm Smith medal. Dustin Martin, very short, but does Matty de Boer tag him? Do you take Dustin Martin? I'm not sure. We've had more bets than any other player on Bashar Hooley at the moment to be the Norm Smith medalist, but if you want some value, and if the Tigers win, I don't mind Shane Edwards. He plays big-time football, Shane Edwards. And the last thing I want to leave you with, I love a same-game multi. And when you put your same-game multis together, keep them simple. Don't go too big, keep them simple. So I think the Tigers, 1-39. I think it's going to be close. I think Dion Prestia to get 25 or more. 6 of the last 8 games, he's had 30. And everybody's favourite player, Toby Green, to get 25 or more as well. He is a jet. I can't wait to see him go about it. Don't boo him, he's a champion, but I think the Tigers win. W innings on grand final day. And please, above all else, do it responsibly.
Good on you, Brownie. Well done, buddy. And Brownie.
Yes.
We look forward to seeing you, mate, on Friday night for the grand final eve show, mate. Good luck with that on Friday night.
Can't wait for that. Big chompers to lead the pack.
Good on you, Nathan Brown. Great to have you on the show. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we had James Rain on a bit earlier, 40 years of some of his great songs. And, well, tonight it is a pleasure to welcome Mike Brady, 40 years after he debuted Up There Gazelle.
G'day, Eddie, and g'day, everybody. Thank you.
Have a look at young Mike Brady at the 1979 Grand Final. That was the one where Wayne Harms was in the Hilton when he hit the ball back from over the boundary line. But anyway, I still won't get over that one. But it shows you how long ago we're allowed to let balloons go up into the air. But it was an amazing time, this. Mike, tell us a little bit Up There Gazelle, because Channel 7 actually were the organisation that commissioned Up There Gazelle. How did it come about for a 10-pound pom who came out from England, and in fact the roar of the crowd was from a soccer game because you couldn't find any roars from a footy ground? Is that correct?
That is true. Look, I came here in 1959 from England, and we lived in a migrant hostel which had a soccer ground, and at St Joey's Elementary School in Bay Street, Port Melbourne, they played footy. And I'd never seen a game like it. I thought, God, I'm not going to play that. I want to get my fingers broken. But I did. And there was a nun and a woman called Mrs. Nichols, and they were forever saying, "Up there, Kazali." And that's how I learnt the expression. So years later, 20 years later, in 1979, I was asked to write a song, and I said, what about that old expression, "Up there, Kazali"? And the bloke said, never heard of it.
And that was the funny thing, because in those days it was Jezza in 1979 who ended up captain coaching Carlton to the 79 premiership. But you went back to Up There Gazali. Roy Gazali played for St Kilda and for Sydney, or for South Melbourne in those days. And it was what the World War II veterans said, or in fact the guys going over the top as they were getting ready to go over the top in the trenches, in the Somme and the Gallipoli and these places. The last thing many of them actually said was "Up There Gazali," and that's why it's resonated all these years. And ladies and gentlemen, coming up after the break, we've got our review, but right now, a special treat. This is a man who is actually releasing a new album on Monday, believe it or not.
Monday morning, yeah.
On Saturday, he'll be at the grand final 40 years after he did it in 1979. And for the footy show tonight, it's the great Mike Brady and Up There Gazali.
Thank you, Eddie.
Welcome back to the footy show for the final time. Thank you, everybody, for being here tonight. It's been a sensational audience. Congratulations to Trent Cotchin and to Damien Hardwick and the Richmond Football Club on making their 23rd VFL AFL Grand Final this weekend. Well done, everybody. To Leon Cameron and all the team at GWS, and to all the guys up there who've just been so wonderful throughout their short history. Where's the GWS?
There they are, the cheer squad.
To Leon Cameron and to Phil Davis, their captain, we wish GWS all the best of luck on Saturday in their first ever grand final. Give them a big round of applause, everyone. All right. Oh, we've got an invader. I was just going to sort him out. Anyway, off you go, pal. Now, ladies and gentlemen, before we go, let's get the tips. Billy Brownless knows what it's like to be at a grand final. Billy, the pressure, unfortunately, wasn't a great
Lost four.
Lost four.
I lost four, Ed.
So I won't ask you who wins, who loses.
Richmond, they've won 10 in a row, 7 at the MCG. Richmond win, and Dion Prestia for the Norm Smith. Get on.
Fantastic performance up there, mate. Well done.
Yeah. Yes, it was good. I'm going for first goal, Daniel Rioli, Norm Smith, Daniel Rioli. And the Tigers, go the Tigs!
Nice.
Just for those who may not know, who does Daniel Rioli go out with?
My daughter.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. I'm very excited, Ed.
Rebecca Madden has done a sensational job. As we said, last night she was actually in hospital. She's got severe laryngitis. She can't speak. So, Rebecca, if I could get a thumbs up or a thumbs down, are you tipping Richmond? Rebecca Madden, are you tipping, obviously, GWS? Let me have a go at the Norm Smith medal. Is it Toby Green? Yes, Toby Green. Sam Newman?
I'm sticking with her.
You are indeed.
I'm going Greater West Sydney and Mr. Cotchin.
Trent Cotchin?
Yeah, he's playing, isn't he?
He's playing, yes.
Yeah.
Plus Richmond.
Yeah, that's right. Well, you said the Norm Smith medalist.
Yeah, so you're going for...
Greater West Sydney and Mr. Cotchin.
So there you go. He's split.
He's a different
royalties there.
well, what's that matter?
No, it doesn't matter. I'm just asking. Okay, it's all
I
right.
can change it. Would you like me to change it?
No, who would have thought that you'd be contrary tonight, Sam? All right, Trevor Marmalade. Isn't it great to have the great Trevor Marmalade back on the bar?
Mate, and mate, thank you for calling, and thanks to this man for talking me into it. Thank you. I've actually forgotten how much fun this was, mate. Pleasure to be here.
And who wins the grand final, buddy?
Well, I'd like to say Richmond, because it gets a better cheer in the room. And Norm Smith medal, Shane Munford.
Fair reckons you'll win the Norm Smith at the after party, but anyway.
Sausages.
Old sausage. Old sausage, all right. Let's go, Croft.
Yeah, the winner will be the side that I barracked for as a kid. The Mighty Tigers are going to win the premiership. And Dion Prestia, the good Assumption boy, is going to get up and have 30 plus.
Good on you, mate. Well done, Croft. Well done tonight in the review. It was absolutely sensational.
I always wanted to be Elton John.
What's that?
I always wanted to be Elton John.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you've enjoyed the grand final edition of the Footy Show right here on Channel 9 in our 26th year. To Ian Johnson, we'll never forget you, Jono. Thanks for everything. Good night, everyone. Enjoy the grand final.